is one of my absolutely favourite projects from the book, and it's a really fun one to make with all the girls around the table. Maybe it's for a hen do or a wedding that's coming up, or maybe you're going to a vintage tea party, or maybe you just want to make a whole load of beautiful hats together. So this is my rose floral felt fascinator, and as you can see here, I've got some red and pink felt on this hat, and I've got some beautiful little leaves in there, and I've got a little clip at the back, and then it's mounted on a cinnamon hat piece. So you're going to need a selection of different felts. Obviously for this hat I've got the red and the pink, but if you wanted to use different colours and different gemstones, then you can bring those along to the table as well. And then to make the base, the cinnamon base, you can either buy these in, you can order them from the internet or wherever you want to buy them from, any milliner shop, or if there's loads and loads of you, you can just cut out some shapes with some cardboard. So basically what I did with these is I got a piece of tape, a roll of tape, and I just drew around the outside of them and then just cut out these shapes from this thick black cardboard. So let's put those bits aside. Now the first thing we need to make for our hat is our roses. And as you can see on these roses, there's 3 different sizes of petal. There's a large one, a medium one and a small one for the inside. So we need to cut out those shapes really simply from our felt. Now the great thing about felt is you don't need to stitch it, you don't need to do anything to it, you just literally need to cut it out. So I'm going to cut along the felt like that, and as you can see I've doubled it up so we get 2 petals at a time, and then I'm just going to cut it into sort of square shapes like that, and then just cut the petal shape out of the felt. And I'm starting with the smallest petal, which is about kind of 2 centimetres long, and then we just discard that, and then we just need 1 more of those petals. So cutting out another one that's the same sort of shape. And then let's get rid of that for the moment. So to make our petal shape, we need to add a little piece of glue at the end here. So I've got my trusty glue gun, girl's best friend, and we just put a tiny little blob of glue at the end there, and we just squeeze the petal, and we just hold it until it dries, and be really careful, you don't want to use too much glue because it can burn your fingers a little bit. And as you see, that's just held its petal shape, and I'm just going to trim off that tiny little bit of excess glue, like that. So we need to repeat this in our 3 sizes of petal, which I've got here. So I've got my 3 larger outer petals, and my 3 inner petals, and then I've got my 3 very small petals there. So we need to attach them together. So to attach them together, we just need to glue alongside of that petal, the first petal, and just attach it to the side like that. And then again, let's attach the other petal just there along the side, and as you can see we've got a really pretty flower starting to form, starting to shape there. And then we need to attach the next layer, so in between the gaps, let's just stick that there and just work your way around. And this glue can be quite stringy, so don't worry about that, you can pull all of that off afterwards. Just glue that in there. And then we just repeat one more time for our last layer. So just put that bigger one on. And then final one. On he goes there. So we have a beautiful rose. Just pull off any excess stringy bits of glue because it does kind of tend to get everywhere. And then we have our beautiful rose shape. Now, out of the red colour, I've made 4 of these to go on here, and then I've made 2 in the pink. And as you can see, I've got little cute little green leaves poking out. So to make the leaves, all we need to do is cut out some leaf shapes. So I'll just take my green felt, and again I'll double up the felt. So just cut it along a line, and then we just want some sort of triangular shapes, and they're about sort of 4 centimetres long. And then just cut a leaf shape, nice little points at the end of the leaves, like that. So we've got 2 pretty leaves there. So let's get rid of this stuff. So I've got my leaf shapes here, and I've got some roses that I've already made here. So we need to attach these to our base. Now before we attach them to the base, we need to attach our comb underneath. So we just grab our plastic comb and just run a line of glue in the middle of it, just like that. And we just stick it on the underneath, just like that. And it's just hold it into place. And it's quite good if it sticks out at a tiny bit of an angle, so it can get into your hair properly, so it can sort of hook into your hair like that and stay there. So once that has cooled down a little bit, we need to glue on our roses. So you need to start with the roses round the edge of the hat. So just put a blob of glue on there. And I'm going to alternate the colours, so we've got a pink and a red. So just pop a blob of glue on that one. And then we want to stick them all the way round, like so, and then just add, as you go, some leaves in between. So just pop a little bit of glue on there, and then just keep sticking. So stick them all the way round, and then push this one on top, and then we have our final gorgeous hat.